Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs in the pre-1961 Apba Bats League. Let's take a look here at the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, playing center field, Ed Rush. Batting second, playing second, Johnny Temple. Batting third, playing first base, Ted Kozlinski. Batting fourth, playing right field, Wally Post. Batting fifth, playing left field, Frank Robinson. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Ed Bailey. Batting seventh, playing third base, Eddie Casco. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Roy McMillan. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, is DOLF LUQUE. And now let's take a look at the hometown Chicago Cubs starting lineup. And leading off, playing first base, Phil Cavaretta. Batting second, playing right field, Rig Stevenson. Batting third, playing left field, Hack Wilson. Batting fourth, playing center field, Kiki Kyler. Batting fifth and doing the catching is Johnny Kling. Batting sixth, playing shortstops, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh and playing third base is Woody English. Batting eighth, playing second base is Billy Herman. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Mordecai Brown. Let's get down here to the field, get this game started. And I've been emailing back and forth with Mark, and he's working on a fix to get these batting and pitching stats font sizes to be able to be changed. So hopefully that's coming real soon. But leading off for the Cincinnati Reds is Ed Rush, and he's batting .368. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. He'll be going up against Mordecai Brown. This is his second game. He's 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. And here's to pitch to Ed. So you can see the Cincinnati and Chicago records, and all the Reds are 1-4. Only batting .211 with a .258 on base percentage, .373 slugging, and an OPS of .631. And the Chicago Cubs, a record of 3-2. They're only batting .176 with an OP on base percentage of .262, slugging percentage of .369, and an OPS of .631 also. Here's the first pitch of the game, and that's going to be a base on balls for Ed. So Ed's going to walk on down to first. The leadoff walk. And up to the plate now steps Johnny Temple. And Johnny is batting a .188. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. See if Ed is going to stay put down there. He'll be a 17. That's less than 50% chance. So he's not going nowhere with nobody out. Here's the pitch to Temple. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can the Cubbies turn 2 on this ball? And they will get the runner out at first. And that'll be it. So the runner gets in the scoring position. As the big clue, Ted Kozlinski steps up here now. 1 out, runner down at second for the Red Machine. Ted's batting a .111. No homers and no RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mordecai Brown's having trouble finding the plate here in the early part of this game. Brings up Wally Post now. First and second and only 1 out. Post is hitting an even 200. He's got 3 RBIs and 3 home runs and 6 RBIs on the year. And here's the pitch to Wally. And that's going to be a team. Let's see here what their team is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 16, 24, 29, 38. It's going to be fielding columns. And that's going to be a line drive in the center field. Nice play by Kiki out there, and he throws in there, and he's going to double up Ed. So a line drive double play here, folks. And that's going to end the inning. Post hit it right on the button, but Kiki comes charging in, catches it, throws the second to double up Ed. So the Reds, nothing, and the Cubbies coming to bat. And Cavaretta, Stevenson, and Wilson do up here. And Phil's batting $188, no homers and 1 RBI on the year. And Dolph, excuse me.
Dolph Luque.
And Dolph Luque, this is his second appearance. He is 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA. And here's going to be the first pitch as Clinton Parker joins us here. I was saying earlier, Clinton, I've been emailing back and forth with Mark. He supposedly he's got a fix for these fonts. So hopefully, I'm hoping maybe today he'll get her done. So here's the pitch to Phil. We drop a dice. Now it's an official game. Where did it go? There it is. There it is. And that's going to be a rare play. 41 on a 37. And that's going to be a swing and no, that's going to be ball 1. So here's the 1-0 count. Oh, have you? Yeah, like I say, I'm hoping that he gets it fixed. He emailed me this morning and said he'd have it done in the early morning, but obviously he hasn't gotten her done yet. So hopefully sometime today he'll get it. Yep. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Phil. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Mac at short. He's up with it. He's going to fire over to Ted at first base. And that'll be out number 1. And here comes Riggs. Stevenson is batting .350 on the year. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So both pitchers are having a little bit of trouble with the strike zone here. That'll bring up Hack Wilson with a runner on at first and 1 out. And Wilson's batting 111. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strikeout of the game for Dolph. And Kiki Kyler comes up to the plate now. He just made that nice catch out there and doubled up Ed at first. He's batting $158, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And they'll get the lead runner, go to short way to end the inning. And the Cubbies strand one. We get to the top of the second. There's no score. We got Robinson, Bailey, and Casco due up here. Robinson's batting 400. He's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Frank. And against a 26, that's going to be a ground ball down to Herman. He throws over to Phil covering first for out number 1. That brings up Ed Bailey now. And Bailey's batting $125 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Herman again. 2 ground balls down the second. 2 quick outs. Up to Eddie here. And Casco is batting an even 200. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Reds go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Kling, Banks, and English due up here for the Cubbies. And Johnny Kling is batting an even 300. No homers and 1 RBI. And there's another walk. That is the second walk given up by DOLF. So Johnny Kling's aboard here, and Mr. Cub himself steps up to the plate with a runner down at first and nobody out. See if the Cubbies can take advantage of this leadoff walk. Banks is batting .211. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be another base on balls. These pitchers are struggling, folks. They're starting to get a little upset with this thinks the ump's squeezing them. We got first and second now. Nobody out. And Woody English steps up to the plate now. And Woody's batting .059, a homer and 2 RBIs. Can English drive in? Johnny out at second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll probably be fielding column number 1 still. Yes, it is. And re-roll the dice, but I don't think he's going anywhere. 3, 29. No, he's staying put. So that's a fly ball for out number 1. Ed makes the catch. And Kling will be staying put there at second, already in scoring position. And that leaves it up to Billy Herman coming up now. Billy's batting 200. He's no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. And again, Johnny Kling's not going nowhere. So 2 down now. Still first and second. DOLF get out of this situation with nobody scoring. Mordecai Brown comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. See if Mordecai could help his own cause here. And nope, that's going to be a foul ball back near the dugout. Bailey takes the mask off, makes the catch, and that's it. The 2 leadoff walks stay put. We go to the top of the third. It's still 0-0. We got McMillan, DOLF, and back to the top of the order in Rush. Mac is batting .250 on the year with no homers and 3 RBIs. And Mac squares this one up, folks, against Mordecai Brown. And that's going to be a double into the gap in right field. So a leadoff double. So the go-ahead runs in scoring position with nobody out. And the Reds take advantage of this. And DOLF's up. And he's 0 for 2. They're going to let him swing away since Mac's already in scoring position. Here's the pitch to DOLF. And he squares this one up. So DOLF's going to help his own cause because we don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Mac's not going to score. He's going to put the brakes on with nobody out. So we got first and third now. And like I say, nobody out in the top of the order due up here. The Cubbies will play back for the double play. And Ed Rush is walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And let's see if they can turn two here, folks. And that is going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. No RBI, but the run will score. So now there's nobody out. And Reds are up 1-0 with the bases empty for Johnny Temple. And Temple's 0 for 1. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. That'll end the inning, but the Reds score 1. Take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the third. We got the top of the order due up here in the bottom of the third. Cavaretta, Stevenson, and Wilson. And Phil is 0 for 1. He grounded out the short his first time up. That'll be a lazy fly ball out to Frank Robinson and left for out number 1. And see if Riggs can get a 1-out rally going here. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Max got it. He fires across the first for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Hack Wilson now. Keep his third inning alive. And Wilson's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on ball. So the time runs down at first. And up to the plate steps Kiki Kyler. See if old Kiki can do something. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Kobe Strand 1 to the top of the fourth we go. We got Big Clue, Post, and Robinson due up here for the Reds. And Ted walked his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 41 and a 51. And that's going to be a strike called. But Ted didn't like that pitch. They called it a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch feeling. And that ball is high. Let's see how far this one travels, folks. And that ball is gone out into the well out there in right field rather. Home run, Ted Kulinski. That's his first homer of the year. Makes it 2-0. The Reds double the lead. And Wally's up. Wally is 0 for 1. He lined into that double play his last time up. Hit the ball hard. And that's going to be against the 25. That's going to be a fly ball. Another nice play by Kiki out there in center field. He's got Post's number today. He's robbed him of 2 base hits. As Sports Time Machine Mike joins us. Check out his great channel, folks. Doing a lot of Stratomatic. And we got Frank Robinson up. Frank grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball this time down to Banks at third. And that'll be 2 down. And up to the plate steps Ed Bailey now. And can Bailey keep this inning alive? He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mordecai Brown settles down after the leadoff homer by Ted. Makes it 2-0 Cincinnati as we go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Johnny Kling, Ernie Banks, and Woody English due up here. Kling walked his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play. 36 and a 64. And that ball's hit out the right field. Have to roll some dice. A 2 for Post. And a 15. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's a nice play out there by Wally Post. After seeing Kiki rob him of 2 base hits, he just robbed Johnny Kling. So now there's 1 out. And Ernie Banks steps up to the plate, Mr. Cub himself. Can he get something going? He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Robinson and left. It's 2 up and 2 down as Woody English comes up to the plate now. 2 outs and, like I say, nobody on. And Woody is 0 for 1 today. He flew out the center. And he's going to fly out the right field this time. So the Cubbies go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 5th we go. Reds leading 2-0. Eddie Casco's due up by McMillan and Dolph. And Casco, he flew out the left field his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mordecai Brown strikes him out for out number 1. And now McMillan's up. Can Matt get something going here with 1 out? Mac doubled his first time up, came around the score. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Woody at third. He fires across the field. 2 up and 2 down. So it's up to Dolph. Dolph's driven in a run here today. No, that's right. He stopped at third. He didn't drive him in. Forgot about that. Yeah. He singled, but the runner stopped at third. So Dolph's 1 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out this time. So the Reds go down 1, 2, 3 to the bottom of the 5th we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here. You got Herman, Brown, and back to the top of the order and Cavaretta. And Herman is 0 for 1. He flew out the center. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the Mac. He throws over to Ted for out number 1. Here comes Mordecai Brown. He says we don't need no stinking DH. He'll get this job done. So Brown is 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Mac. He fires across the diamond. There's 2 outs now. Back to the top of the order we go. And Cavaretta. And Phil's over 2, grounded out and flown out. And not this time. That's going to be a base hit. Let's make sure. Base hit, yeah. Be a base hit in the right field. So Phil gets a board here with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Rig Stevenson. Can he keep this merry-go-round going, folks? He is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out the short. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. That'll end the inning. The Cubs leave 1 to the top of the 6th we go. We got Roush, Templeton, and Kozlowski due up here. Top of the order for the Reds against Mordecai Brown. Ed's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out into a double play. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Ed's aboard here with the leadoff walk. And Johnny Temple's up now. Temple's going to try to lay down a bunt here. Try to get him over to second. And a 32 on the bunt. That's a nice bunt down the third baseline. English has got it. And he's going to throw over to first. Phil gets back there to cover. That'll be out number 1. So now the Reds got another runner in scoring position and 1 out. And here comes the big boys up to the plate. Ted is already homered in this game, folks. He is 1 for 1. He's walked and homered. Here's the pitch to Ted. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll get the runner over to third. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third, rather. And that's going to keep the runner down at second. And up to the plate now is going to step Wally Post. Can Wally deliver here with 2 outs now? The runner still in scoring position at second. And with Ed's speed, a single will score him easily with 2 outs. Wally's 0 for 2. Lined out into a double play and flew out the center. Both hits out there. That ball is high. How far is Wally going to charge this one, folks? And not far enough. That is off the top of the wall. The ivy hasn't grown in yet, but that will score Ed and make this a 3-0 ball game. And Post down at second now with Frank Robinson up. Mordecai was able to keep that ball off the barrel of the bat. Kept it in the yard. Hey, Philip. And now we got Frank Robinson, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second and the short. And that's going to be a pop-up. Let's see here, 54. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. And Johnny Kling's going to make the catch. And that'll be out number 2. But the Reds score 1 on the double by Post. Make it 3-0. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got Wilson, Kyler, and Kling due up here. And here's the pitch to Hack Wilson. He's 0 for 1. He is struck out and walked. And that's another swing and a miss. And that's the 4th. Kiki Kyler coming up to the plate now. See if he can get a 1-out rally started as the Cubbies trail by 3. And Kyler is 0 for 2. He has reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Johnny Temple calls for it, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Oh, I hope to, Philip. I need to get it back on the channel, that's for sure. And we got Johnny Kling up now. See if Kling can get something rally going. Kling is 0 for 2. 0 for 1. He's walked and flew out the right. And not this time, folks. That's going to be a double in the right field. Johnny Kling with a 2-out double. Gets a runner in the scoring position for Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks. And Bernie joins us here. Check out Bernie Strom's channel and Philip Reynolds' channel. Yep, better late than never's right, Bernie. Alrighty, now we got Ernie Banks. He's 0 for 1. He has walked and flown out the left. Can Ernie deliver a base hit here? Kling with decent speed should score on the single, but that's going to be a against the 22. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Up with it. It'll do it. The Cubbies strand another one. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still 3-0 Reds. We got Bailey, Eddie Casco, and Roy McMillan due up here. Alrighty. Let's see what happens here in the top. Struck out. Excuse me, and that's another swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts on the day for Bailey. And that's Mordecai Brown's 4th strikeout of the game as Eddie Casco comes up to the plate. Nobody on and 1 out. And Eddie's 0 for 2. He has flown out the left and struck out himself. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Mordecai Brown feeling it now here in the 7th, trying to keep this a 3-run game. Probably be his last inning. He's due up in the bottom of the 7th. So it's up to Roy McMillan here to this lead. Mack is 1 for 2 with a double, came around the score and grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be against a 25. That's going to be a fly ball out the. And that'll end the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's still 3-0 Reds. We got English, Herman, and a pitch hitter from Brown due up here in the bottom of the 7th. And the Reds are trailing by 3. Oh, sorry about that. Alrighty, sorry about this, guys. As Legends joins us here, he says he's got a Braves Expo game later tonight. That's cool. Have to check that out at 8 o'clock. I hear you, Clinton, buddy. Insurances are a pain in the butt, that's for sure. Alrighty, we got English up here who just hit a home run. We can never get this StreamYard. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with this. I'll be damned. Alrighty. So English just hit a home run and made this a 3-1 ball game. Like I say, I apologize. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I agree with you. Yeah, it's ridiculous here. This is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Alrighty, let's keep getting this a try here. Like I say, English just hit a home run, made this game 3-1. If we can ever get back to it. Okay. Alrighty, folks. See what happens here. So it's now 3-1. Billy Herman's up, and they're trying to get Dolph at least through this seventh inning. He's due to lead off the eighth. They'd like to see him finish this game, but here's the pitch to Billy Herman, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Casco at third. He fires across the diamond for out number 1. And Billy Herman is out of there. And now we got a pitch here for Mordecai Brown. That'll be it for him. See who's going to come off the bench here. I don't think we want to bring up Hack yet. Stan Hack until you got somebody on, maybe. So they're going to bring out Charlie Grimm. See if Charlie can get on base here. Bring the tying run to the plate. And Charlie is batting 0 for 4 with no homers and no RBIs on the season. Can he get on base here for the Cubbies? No, that's going to be a ground ball down to Johnny Temple. He's up with it. He's going to fire it over to first. That'll be out number 2. And we go to the top of the order now. And Phil Cavaretta's due up now. Can Phil start a 2-out rally? Cubbies have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Made it a 2-run game. As we can see, the Chicago Cubs upcoming schedule. They got 2 in Milwaukee. Then they come back here and play 2 against Brooklyn and go back on the road to Cincinnati. As the game seems to be locked up here. Let's see here. That should be a ground ball down the second. And there we go. Now Phil's up with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. And Matt calls for it near the mound, makes the catch. And that'll be out number 3. Now we got to get a new pitcher in here for the Cubbies. See who's going to come out here and pitch. Dolph will probably bat for himself. And then you got some lefties due up. A lefty and a righty. It really don't matter because the Cubbies don't have a lefty in the bullpen. So I think Charles Root's going to come out and pitch. The Root. Try to keep this a 2-run game. So Charlie comes out of the bullpen. And this is Charlie's first appearance. And what year is this? This for Charlie. It's Charlie's 1927 season. He pitched in 48 games, started 36, was 26 and 15 with 2 saves with a 3.76 ERA. He'll have Dolph due up and then back to the top of the order and Rush and Temple. And Dolph is 1 for 2. And against a 16, that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Nice play by Kiki. Keeps that ball from landing. That'll be out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go now. Reds are running. And Ed's having a decent game here today. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked twice, came around to score, and he's grounded out the second his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes that out for for out number 2. Johnny Temple's up against Root. And Johnny is 0 for 2. He's grounded out. The second flew out the center and had a sacrifice. Spun his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field again. That'll win the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Cubbies need to score 2 to keep this game going. You got Steve up here. Stevenson is 0 for 2. He has walked, grounded out, and struck out. And that's going to be another base on balls. It's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Not what you wanted to see. As we lost the mic, it looks like. That ain't good. And hopefully you can hear me again. Let's hope. And now you got Wilson. Can Wilson tie this ball game up, folks? He is 0 for 2. He struck out, walked, and struck out. See if he can make some contact here. And nope, that's a swing and a miss. A big strikeout by DOLF. So now there's 2 outs. And Kiki Kyler up. Can Kiki get something going here? And Stevenson, can he take off here? That is the question. Get himself in the scoring position. So here's the pitch to Kiki. And that's going to be a pop up down the short, I think. No, pop up down the third. And Eddie's got it out in shallow left field, makes the catch. And the Cubbies strand one to the top of the 9th we go. The Reds holding on to a 3-1 lead. You got Big Clue, Post, and Robinson due up here. Oh, that was only 1 out, huh? So now there's 2 outs for Johnny Kling. Kling's 1 for 2. He doubled and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Now that'll end the inning. Now we go to the top of the 9th with Kaluski up here. Start this 9th inning. And Ted is 1 for 2. He's walked and homered in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that's going to be an E5. So English can't make the play. He holds on to it, though. Doesn't throw it away. But it brings Wally Post up now with an insurance run down at first in the form of Ted. Let's see what Wally can do here with nobody out and a runner on at first. Post is 1 for 3. He's doubled in, has an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hack Wilson. He makes the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up Frank Robinson now. See if Frank can deliver a 1-out hit here. Ted doesn't have much speed. The Cubbies looking to turn 2 and get out of this top of the 9th and go to the bottom of the 9th and try to score 2 runs. Post is 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice and popped up to the catcher. And that's what the doctor ordered. That's a tailor-made double play down to Herman, over to Ernie, over to Phil. That's the old 4-6-3 double play. And that gets the Cubbies out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Cubbies trailing by 2. Cub himself due up here, Mr. Banks. He'll be followed by English, who's homered in this game, and Herman. Can Ernie get on base? He's 0 for 2. He walked, flew out the left, and grounded out short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll be out number one. So up to the plate steps the only run of this ball game. Woody English homered back in the seventh. Can he get aboard here and get the tying run to the plate? Dolph trying to go the distance here. Woody is 1 for 3 with that solo homer. And not this time. That's going to be a base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with him. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Billy Herman's up now. Here's the question. Do you let Billy hit? And Johnny Evers is going to come off the bench. They're going to have Johnny come off the bench here. Bat for Billy. He's 0 for 3. See if Johnny can get something going here. And if they tie this game up, Johnny will stay on and play second. So you got the tying run at the plate. And Johnny, can he deliver here today, folks? Keep this going. And he's batting 200 on the year, 1 for 5 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's not what the Cubbies want. And they're going to get the lead runner. English is out, but they won't double up Johnny. So now he's going to come off the bench here and bat for Root. And I think it's time for Stan. Stan Hack's going to come off the bench here, folks. It's hack time. Time to hack. What just happened there? It was supposed to be a ground ball down the second. Down the short, rather. What happened there? So now we got Hack up. Yeah, Hack's on the Hack Wilson's on the Cubbies roster. Mike, yep. And here comes Stan Hack up to the plate now with 2 outs. Cubbies down to their last at bat here. And Stan deliver. And Hack is 1 for 2 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. Johnny down at first. And that'll be a ground ball down to Eddie at third. He'll go to short way over to second, and that'll end the game, folks. And the Reds win this game 3-1. We'll take a look here at the box score. And the Reds 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. They made the most out of the 4 hits. The Cubbies 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. How about the bottom part of the lineup? McMillan and DOLF each got a hit. And then the 2 big boys, Head and Post. And the Reds were 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They only left 2 on base. How about that? The only offense for the Cubbies was the Woody English home run. The Cubbies were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, and they left 8 men on base. Dolph goes the distance, picks up his first win. He's 1-1. 3 hits, 1 run, walked 6, struck out 5, gave up the homer. Mordecai Brown goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 5, and gave up the homer. He's now 0-2. Charlie Root came in and pitched 2 nice innings and struck out 1, but not enough. And the next game we'll do here in the pre-61 bats will be the American League game we'll do next. Will probably be the White Sox and the Senators. Let's take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard. Not a lot to look at, but I'll enjoy doing it. So the Giants, Dodgers, and Braves are tied for first. The Cubbies now are a half a game back, along with the Pirates and Phillies. The Cardinals are 1 game back, and the Reds are now a game and a half back. And the batting leader in the National League right now is Ken Castro's Chuck Klein. And again, remember, not all these teams have played the same number of games. Aaron with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. But again, not everybody's played 5 or 6 games yet, folks. And the ERA leader is going to be a 0 ERA right now. Got 2 pitchers with 2 wins, Kid Nichols and Vance. And old Don McMahon with 2 saves. And you got Hank Aaron leading in the MVP voting. And Vance leading in the Cy Young. And again, I want to apologize for the little hiccup with StreamYard. I want to thank Sports Time Machine Mike. Check out his channel for joining us. Clinton Parks, Legend Sports Universe. Check out his channel. He says he's got an Expos Braves game coming on at 8 o'clock. Philip Reynolds has got a channel. Check that out. Bernie Strom was in the house. Check out Bernie Strom's Sports Replay channel. And I believe that was everybody. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Chicago, hit that like and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.